Hi Vapors, I'm Monica from Zombie Juice, and I got this question today. Why do things break on your ecigs? Well, very simple explanations. If they are an atomizer, a cartomizer, which is what's in the middle of here, or a tank, okay, different things can happen, but generally it's the same thing that happens with those. Now, in an e-cig part like that, your wires, little filaments, are about that wide. They're about as wide as a hair. And so, with something that small, it is very easy to make it brittle. So with the heating and cooling, because you heat your stuff when you heat your liquid and you get it burning in here where it warms to where you can vape it, the little tiny filament wires in the electronic cigarette pieces will eventually burn out. That is because the heating and cooling makes them very brittle and they eventually break. Well, what happens when that happens? Well, that depends on your e-cig piece. If it's an atomizer and it's not a C, you have to replace the whole thing. If it is a cartomizer tank, you remove the cartomizer, you buy a new cartomizer. If it is a rebuildable tank piece like the Crangers, then all you do is you get the replacement piece. They are very simple to install, and I will do another video on how to install all three. But why would a battery break? Well, that's a more complex question because that entails what did you do to it to have it break? Because there's several different things that could have happened. You could have not charged it long enough, you could have not cleaned it properly, you could have put it on a charger with juice sitting in the battery. So if any of these three things is a possibility, then that's probably what happened. The other thing is it could have been a direct short. Well, since e-cig pieces come from China, then that's a possibility. So when you get your e-cig pieces from China, it's a possibility that this can happen. It's not very likely, but it's a possibility. So when you are going to charge your e-cigs, make sure they're clean. I'm going to do another video on that. But if you don't, you risk shorting the whole thing. And the batteries are rather expensive in the e-cig world. So make sure that when you are charging your e-cigs that you make sure they're clean. When you are using your tanks or whatnot, make sure that you give them time between your drags to cool completely. And that's how you prolong the life of your e-cigs.